the Mavic 3 Classic for about a week now, and I've been wondering whether I want to keep the Mavic 3 Classic and sell on my Air 2S, or whether to keep the Air 2S and sell the Mavic 3 Classic. And I think I'm finally coming to my decision, and I'm just making a video because I want to maybe help someone else make their decision. So I'm going to start off with price. Now, I got the Mavic 3 Classic on a really good deal of £1,227. That was with the DJI RC. Now, that's 20% off the original retail price, so not everyone is going to be able to find a deal like that. The Air 2S, the cheapest I can find it, and I'm doing this as a fly more combo, is £950. Now, with the RC, these go for £250, so we'll call that £1,200, meaning there's only £27 difference between these drones. But then you've got to consider that the Air 2S comes with all those accessories in the Fly More combo. It gets 2 extra batteries, it gets the ND filters, it gets extra propellers, it gets a bag, it gets a multi-charger. You know, the Mavic 3's accessories are not cheap. There is a Fly More kit that runs at over £500. Now, you don't necessarily need the Fly More kit. Like myself, I never use the camera bags out of the Fly More combos. You know, the main things for me personally are the batteries, the ND filters and the multi-charger. Now, one extra battery in this costs £180. Now, that one extra battery plus the battery that comes with the drone is going to give you around the same amount of flight time as the Fly More Combo's 3 batteries for the Air 2S. You then need the ND filters, which are about £105, but they're not actually out yet, and the multi-charger for ease of use, so that's about £60. Now, that means with accessory costs, you've saved £372 buying this over this, but that's only if you've got that deal on this and you don't want the bag or whatever else. Now, if you don't get that same deal that I got for the Mavic 3, that £372 actually becomes £678 saved. And then if you don't need the DJI RC with the Air 2S, if you're happy with the controller that comes with it, because they are great, you save £928 buying this as a Fly More combo over this with this and a few accessories. £928, that's a trip somewhere fantastic to do some drone photography or cinematography. It's a lot of food for thought. Now, moving on to image quality. They both produce fantastic images. There's no two ways about it. This performs better in low light. That is down to the micro 4/3 sensor in this over the 1-inch sensor in this. This one has slightly better colours. That's because of Hasselblad's involvement. Again, it's nice to have it, but you don't need it. It is splitting hairs. The main difference, I would say, is this has a variable aperture. Now, that variable aperture means you can stop down, so you don't always need ND filters as often as you do with this. You know, you can get that desired shutter speed dialed in to a much finer point. And also, you can stop down to the sweet spot, which in this drone is f5.6. Now, at f5.6, the images that are coming out of this drone are sharp. They are much sharper than the images coming out of this. Now, that's for both cinematography and photography. That doesn't necessarily mean that every photographer and cinematographer should go for this. You know, the images that come out of this are still fantastic. What it comes down to more than anything is that slightly increased image quality worth that £928 extra. The other thing you've got to consider is the build quality of the drones. Now, I'm someone that goes to Scotland semi-regular. You know, it's my favourite place. There's Glencoe, there's the Isle of Skye, there's the Orkney Islands. You know, all those locations are extremely windy. And in those extremely windy conditions, I will have more confidence in this flying tank than I do in this. There have been times where I haven't been able to get the shots that I want because I haven't trusted the Air2S. You know, I've sent it up, it's been rocking about, I've fetched it straight back down. You know, if you look at the size difference, I was quite surprised when I opened the box. That is a considerable difference. So again, it's just more food for thought. There are downsides to this being bigger than this though. So my camera bag, the balance of my camera bag, the feng shui of my camera bag has been upset by this drone. Sorry about that. That was just my new battery being delivered for the Mavic 3. Spoiler for which one I'm choosing, right? Yeah, the feng shui of my camera bag has been quite upset by this drone. The Air2S, in terms of size to performance, is a better drone. You know, it's so portable, it's so light, it's fantastic. It doesn't upset the camera bag, it doesn't add much weight to the camera bag. It is the perfect drone for travelling around. Now, there is one thing on this that has become a sore point over the last few days, and it was one of the reasons that I purchased this drone. It's this marking here. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if it's going to focus on that. And that marking is the C1 marking. That C1 marking means that in European countries you can fly in the A2 open category. That means you can fly closer to people than you can with this drone, closer to uninvolved people. Now, as of the other day, that marking from the 1st of January 2023 means absolutely nothing in the United Kingdom. Now, if you take the drone abroad, the European rules still apply. That C1 marking does still mean something, it's just not in this country. Now, fortunately, I'm not someone that generally flies in crowded places anyway. Again, I like Glencoe, I like the Isle of Skye, I like the lakes, I like Snowdonia, I like Orkney. All these places, it's quite easy to avoid people when getting your shot. Now, the other thing is this gimbal protector, and this is just quality of life improvement. It's not a reason to choose one drone over the other, but I do really like the way this gimbal protector works, and it holds the propellers, and you know, it's just nice to be able to pull the tab and that's it. You've got access to your drone. Now, obviously I've already spoiled it in showing that I've ordered more batteries for the Mavic 3. I am keeping the Mavic 3, and the main reason for that is actually the wind resistance. Now, the slightly increased image quality is nice to have. You know, this one shoots 4K 120 FPS. The Mavic Air 2S shoots 4K 60 FPS. So that means if I was to shoot in 120 FPS, I can slow it down a lot more than what I can shoot in a 60 FPS. But I'm not someone that actually does that. So the main reason is just that wind quality, the improved image quality is nice to have. That C1 marking for if I go abroad, it's nice to have, but I'll probably just take a Mini 3 Pro. Like, I can't picture taking this abroad on holiday. I don't generally do much photography when I'm on holiday or cinematography. For most people, I would say the Air 2S is the way to go. Like, they're both fantastic machines, they're both well built. The image quality between them, it's almost splitting hairs. The Air 2S is definitely for 95% of people. Now, if you shoot low light and you're a professional, or you're constantly shooting in high wind locations and you have the spare cash, I'd go for the Mavic 3. Now, it's worth mentioning, if I didn't get that 20% off on the Mavic 3, my decision would be different. I'd have never bought this Mavic 3 Classic because I'm not someone that does it professionally. You know, I just enjoy it. But that 20% off has made it worth it for me to keep that and sell this. I hope this video has been useful for some people, and I'm sorry about the interruption. If you have enjoyed the video, if you found it informative at all, you know, give it a like, subscribe, do all that stuff. If you have any questions about either of these drones, leave them down below. I'm always active on my YouTube. I always take time to reply on the few videos that I've ever done. I am going to be uploading more. It's something, I've got more spare time now. So it is something that I'm hoping to do more of as time goes on. Cheers for watching.